Fulham have endured a slow start to the Premier League season so far and currently look set for another mid-table finish. Marco Silva's side lost 1-0 to Arsenal at Craven Cottage on 18th of October, meaning they have now lost 3 games in a row and have dropped to 15th place. Fulham have picked up just 2 wins in 8 league games so far, leading to growing frustrations amongst the supporters and behind the scenes as they hoped to push on. Silva's future has also been a major talking point at the West London club, with less than a year remaining on his current deal and no hint that he could renew his terms. Fulham are fearing the worst over Silva's future and the possibility that he could be tempted away given the level of interest in his signature. Football Insider revealed on 10th of October that Saudi Pro League clubs are tracking Silva in case he becomes available, having been long-term admirers of his. Given the level of interest in his signature, there is now a growing feeling that the manager could leave Craven Cottage when his contract expires in 2026. That is according to former Man United and Sunderland chief scout Mick Brown, who remains very well connected within the game, as he exclusively told Football Insider that Silva has become frustrated by the lack of ambition at Fulham. Marco Silva looks like he could walk away from Fulham, he told Football Insider. I think he's got his sights set on loftier goals in all honesty, because Fulham haven't done enough to show him that they're ready to push on. They're a mid-table side, and there's nothing wrong with that, but he will want them to push higher and there aren't really any signs that they're heading in that direction. He wasn't happy with the business they did in the summer, or the timing of it, and was expecting them to back him a bit more than they did. So if they have another average season, I think he'd like to explore his options. The problem for him is, I think he's well suited to a club like Fulham with the situation they're in. They're not an easy team to play and he gets the best out his players. They can produce performances above what you'd think their average level is. If he was to go to a bigger club in the Premier League, let's use the likes of Liverpool or Man United as an example, those demands are that much higher. That's why I think he would have done well at Nottingham Forest. That's the sort of level I think he thrives at, so if he does leave Fulham, he'll have to choose his next step wisely. Meanwhile, Football Insider exclusively revealed on 4th of September that Silva is not happy at Fulham and would be open to leaving after growing frustrated with the club. Nottingham Forest snub Marco Silva as new manager arrives. Football Insider exclusively revealed in August that Nottingham Forest considered Silva to replace Nuno Espirito Santo, and he has since been linked with the role again. Ange Postecoglou was sacked following Forest's 3-0 defeat to Chelsea at the City Ground, leaving them in search of a new boss with Silva firmly on their list. However, Sean Dyche has since been appointed to replace Postecoglou, having signed a contract which is set to run until the summer of 2027. Meanwhile, reports have claimed Silva has a release clause in his contract at Craven Cottage which is believed to be worth around £7 million. However, Football Insider revealed on 19th of October that Silva's release clause is actually worth upwards of £10 million, which is a stumbling block for interested clubs.